In May 2025, President Donald J. Trump embarked on a highly anticipated tour of the Middle East. This four-nation trip marked his first visit to the region since leaving office in 2021. The tour included stops in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates, culminating in a visit to Israel. Trump's return to the world stage was met with a mix of anticipation, curiosity, and trepidation. The tour aimed to reassert American influence in the region. Trump sought to leverage economic partnerships as a cornerstone of his foreign policy. He aimed to position the United States as a key player in the Middle East's rapidly evolving landscape. Trump's trip was closely watched by world leaders and analysts alike. From the outset, the tour was infused with a sense of spectacle. Trump's signature rallies, bombastic rhetoric, and penchant for deal-making were on full display. However, beneath the surface of photo ops and pronouncements lay a series of complex geopolitical calculations. The tour aimed to recalibrate U.S. relations with key regional players. Trump's visit unfolded against a backdrop of shifting alliances and simmering tensions in the Middle East. The region grappled with the ongoing Syrian civil war, the rise of new technologies, and the persistent threat of terrorism. Trump's tour presented both opportunities and challenges for the United States and its allies. Trump's first stop was Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where he received a lavish welcome from Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The two leaders announced a sweeping $600 billion strategic economic partnership. This agreement encompassed a wide range of sectors, including defense, energy, and technology. A central component of the Saudi deal was the lifting of U.S. sanctions on Syria. This move, encouraged by Turkey and Saudi Arabia, signaled a potential thaw in relations with the Syrian government. Trump also extended an offer to Iran for renewed nuclear negotiations. He hinted at the possibility of easing economic sanctions in exchange for Iran curbing its nuclear program. In a highly anticipated speech delivered in Riyadh, Trump addressed a gathering of Arab and Muslim leaders. He criticized past U.S. interventionism in the region. He praised regional leaders for their efforts to promote transformation and modernization. Trump called for regional unity and peace, emphasizing the need for shared prosperity and security. The Saudi leg of the tour concluded with expressions of optimism and goodwill. Trump expressed willingness to support Lebanon's economic development. He also indicated a more favorable view of Syria's new government. The visit underscored the Trump administration's focus on forging strong economic ties with key regional players. From Riyadh, Trump traveled to Doha, Qatar, where he unveiled a controversial proposal for the Gaza Strip. Dubbed the Freedom Zone Plan, this initiative envisioned a massive U.S.-led redevelopment effort in Gaza. However, the plan also called for forced Palestinian relocation, a provision that drew immediate condemnation from the international community. Critics denounced the Gaza proposal as a form of ethnic cleansing. They argued that it violated international law and risked exacerbating tensions in the region. Human rights groups expressed alarm at the potential for mass displacement and human suffering. The plan was widely seen as a non-starter by diplomats and experts. Despite the international outcry, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu endorsed the plan. He hailed it as a bold vision that offered a path to peace and prosperity. Netanyahu's support for the plan further underscored the close alignment between the Trump administration and the Israeli government. The Gaza proposal overshadowed other aspects of Trump's visit to Qatar. These included a $42 billion defense deal that encompassed THAAD missile batteries, Pegasus refueling aircraft, Desert Vipers, and MQ-9B drones. The controversy surrounding the Gaza plan cast a long shadow over the remainder of Trump's Middle East tour. The third stop on Trump's tour was Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates. In a display of deepening ties, Trump and UAE leaders announced a $1.4 trillion investment deal. This agreement focused on artificial intelligence, with plans to establish the largest AI data center outside the United States. Trump was awarded the UAE's highest honor, the Medal of the Founder Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. He became the first sitting U.S. president to visit the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, which was closed to the public for the occasion. The visit highlighted the growing strategic partnership between the two nations. The AI deal reflected the Trump administration's focus on technological innovation and national security. A key component of the agreement involved collaboration on microchip development, addressing U.S. concerns about reliance on foreign suppliers. The data center complex, with a planned capacity of 5 gigawatts, was envisioned as a hub for AI research and development. Trump praised the UAE's investment in the United States and its commitment to global peace and stability. He contrasted the UAE's approach with that of his political rivals. The visit underscored the Trump administration's efforts to build bridges with key partners in the region. Trump's Middle East tour signaled a potential shift in U.S. foreign policy. The emphasis on economic partnerships, particularly in technology and energy, suggested a move away from traditional military interventions. Trump appeared intent on leveraging economic influence to advance U.S. interests in the region. The tour also highlighted the evolving geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. Traditional alliances appeared to be shifting, with new partnerships emerging based on shared economic interests and security concerns. Trump's visit underscored the growing importance of regional actors in shaping the region's future. The Gaza proposal, while widely condemned, reflected the Trump administration's willingness to challenge long-held assumptions about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The proposal's emphasis on economic development, while controversial, highlighted the potential for new approaches to resolving long-standing disputes. Trump's tour also underscored the challenges facing U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. The region remained volatile, with ongoing conflicts and deep-seated tensions. Trump's efforts to reassert U.S. influence were met with a mix of skepticism, resistance, and cautious optimism. Trump's 2025 Middle East tour left a mixed legacy. The economic deals he secured, particularly with Saudi Arabia and the UAE, held the potential to reshape regional dynamics. These partnerships reflected a pragmatic approach to foreign policy, prioritizing economic interests over ideological considerations. However, the tour also exposed the limitations of Trump's transactional approach to diplomacy. The controversial Gaza proposal, while reflecting a desire for bold solutions, alienated key allies and undermined U.S. credibility. The plan's reliance on forced relocation raised serious ethical and legal concerns. The long-term impact of Trump's tour on regional stability remained uncertain. The economic partnerships he forged had the potential to foster growth and prosperity. However, the lack of progress on key political and security challenges, such as the Syrian civil war and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, continued to pose significant risks. Trump's visit highlighted the complex and evolving nature of the Middle East. The region stood at a crossroads, grappling with political transitions, economic transformations, and social upheavals. Trump's legacy in the region would likely be judged on his ability to navigate this complex landscape and advance U.S. interests in a sustainable and responsible manner. As the dust settled on Trump's Middle East tour, questions lingered about the future of the region and the role of the United States. The tour underscored the need for a nuanced and multifaceted approach to U.S. engagement in the Middle East. Moving forward, the United States would need to balance its economic interests with its commitment to human rights and democratic values. Engaging with a diverse range of actors, including governments, civil society organizations, and the private sector, would be crucial to advancing U.S. interests. Addressing the root causes of conflict and instability in the region, such as poverty, inequality, and political repression, would be essential to achieving lasting peace and security. Promoting dialogue, diplomacy, and conflict resolution mechanisms would be critical to resolving long-standing disputes. The United States faced a choice: to embrace a more inclusive and cooperative approach to its engagement in the Middle East, or to pursue a more unilateral and transactional path. The decisions made in the wake of Trump's tour would have profound implications for the future of the region and the world.